it, but we do know that trouble can pop up anytime. And if you're ever feeling uneasy, learning some self-defense might help make you feel a little bit more safe and give you some peace of mind.
Yeah, there are many different types of self-defense to learn, some mix together multiple forms. So we're going to get a lesson this morning. Cheryl Brayboy is live at A&R Tactics in Charlotte. Cheryl, empowering people today to protect themselves. I love that.
Yeah, I love it too. A lot of us watch a whole lot of true crime, right? And we have those fears circulating in our minds. And today we're going to learn how to defend ourselves in the worst case scenario. I'm joined by Kenny Florian. A lot of you guys know him from the UFC, former fighter and announcer as well, right? With BattleBots and.
That's right. Yeah, thank you. Yes, so I do a bunch of TV stuff. But, you know, when the original mixed martial arts UFC came out, it was more style versus style. And what you found out was that you needed to know everything. It wasn't just knowing karate or just knowing jiu-jitsu or grappling, but it was actually an amalgamation of all of those things. And that's the same thing, with the way we see it with self-protection or self-defense is you need to know how to strike, you need to know how to grapple, you need to know how to use weapons just in case, because a lot of the criminals, of course, are using all of those tools as well.
Sure, and you guys teach classes here.
That's
These are
right.
some of the tools you use.
Exactly. These are striking shields, so you can use these to punch, kick, knee, shoulder, headbutt, whatever. These are somewhat like boxing pads that you would hit. So we utilize all these different things. We got gloves over here where you can use grappling. And then now we're moving over to the mats where, you can use things like takedowns or get taken down. What do you do if someone is trying to take you down? What do you do if someone gets on top? What do you do if you get on top? So these are all scenarios that you need to know if you want to be as well-rounded and capable to defend yourself.
Very good. We're going to bring in Antonio Rivers here, who's spent 17 years on the police force, and you guys are going to show us a few moves.
Yeah, here's my business partner, Antonio Rivers. So we do different scenarios. Being pinned up against something like a wall, if you're in an alleyway, if you're in a hallway, if you're up against a car and someone goes to surprise you, you can make things either very easy or very difficult based on how you position your body. So if I'm here and I'm trying to pin Rivers up against the car or whatever, it's important that he gets inside position on me, which means inside of my arms, where now he can start to mobilize himself. Now, from here, I can pin him right up against the wall or the car here, but as soon as he starts to blade his body and get low, I can no longer pin him as effectively, and he can go and turn me, push away, and get out. Or from this position, with his body on the inside, he has things like knees to the inside of my legs, right to my stomach. He has elbows here on this side that can affect my head, my temple, all different things like that. It's easy to break your hands, your elbows, very hard part of your body. You don't need a whole lot of space to land. You can cut people up, you can knock them out, you can hurt them, you can disorient them to get them off of you. So, super important.
It's very important, especially as a woman. And in a little while, you guys, we're going to get deep into what it means to have these skills as a woman.
Yes.
But show me the basics right now.
Yeah, so basically, one of the most important things is just how you position your body, being balanced. The closer our feet are together, the less stability I have. The wider my legs are, the more stability to the floor that we're going to have. So if I'm trying to move you around, the wider base that you have with your legs, the harder it is for me to move you. Right. The lower you are, the better it is for you, because then you can start to effect force on me. If you're too tall, I can actually move you around. Does that make sense?
Very good. Very good. All right. So if an assailant comes in.
Yes.
I'm walking down the street. Right. There's a wall nearby.
Sure.
You can potentially pin me against the wall.
Exactly.
I'm going to center myself, go low.
Correct.
And use my weapon.
He's a good student. Excellent student. Exactly. That's the key. First and foremost is like being aware. Are there any shady characters walking around? Are you turning your back to the action that's behind you? Making sure that you're using situational awareness, using your eyes, staying hypervigilant, keeping things in front of you, seeing a threat coming. Sometimes that's not always the case. I can go up, boom, start attacking you, and then now it's up to you to figure out, adjust your body, and then you're out. Cheryl just beat me.
Of course, I beat the UFC fighter. Hey, you guys, this is really interesting stuff, good stuff for all of us to know. As I mentioned in just a little bit, Mary Kristen, we're going to find out what it means for a woman to be able to use her body to defend herself in the worst case scenario.
Yeah, I think sometimes we're smaller, we're at a disadvantage, but we don't have to be, which I think is really cool. Cheryl, thank you. We'll see you in a few minutes.
Yes.